welcome to my YouTube channel. So I'm going to be talking to you guys about something that I've had a lot of questions on. So I thought I would do a video and basically go into detail on video and said, so if anyone is interested in seeing this video, then it's going to be up here. It's basically about my road to getting pregnant with baby number 2. For so many of you that obviously I've never seen any of my videos before, you wouldn't know that I had issues getting pregnant the second time. It took me like 2 years to get pregnant. We actually thought that we wouldn't be able to get pregnant again, but luckily we did. We got pregnant again. I'm going to basically go through the steps that I took to get pregnant. I'm going to apologise in advance because I have a cold right now, so my voice is not 100%. So before I get into anything that I did, I'm going to give you a little tip. Don't overthink pregnancy. What I mean by that is, when you're trying to be intimate with your partner, don't see as, oh, I'm going to do this so I can get pregnant, because honestly that will just make the road to getting pregnant so much harder. It's going to put pressure on yourself, it's going to put pressure on your husband or your boyfriend, or vice versa. It's going to put so much pressure on them and it's going to kill the mood. So instead of you like, you know, having sex to try and get pregnant and stuff, try being romantic with it. Go for a meal or go for a date. Spend time just one-on-one together. Get a babysitter for the other children. Or if you haven't got children, just make the time for yourselves, because having that special time, like a long time with each other without the stress and added pressure of trying to get pregnant, it's going to relieve so much stress from you and your partner. And that's honestly a number one tip. Basically not overthink anything, because overthinking literally is just going to put so much stress on you. So it's better to just relax. So that's my number one step. Relax, don't think about it, and just enjoy that quality intimate time with your spouse. What I started doing is I started taking so many different vitamins. I wanted to get like natural vitamins and minerals in my body, so I tried eating more vegetables, more like proteins like chicken and stuff like that, just to get that into my system. And then I was taking like multivitamins and vitamins and minerals, fish oil tablets, just to keep like extra nutrients going if I didn't have that vitamin going into my body on that specific month. So I was on a pretty much good strict diet in terms of before I got pregnant. It wasn't until the February of the year that I got pregnant where my eating habits kind of changed, and the reason for that is because I was diagnosed with epilepsy. So I was told by doctors that I needed to eat more food. So because I was eating more food, I ended up putting weight on, because I was eating more food than I usually would, and they said to me that if I had a low amount of food then it could cause seizures. So because I was diagnosed with epilepsy and they knew I wanted to have another baby, they ended up prescribing me a dose of folic acid, which is 5 milligram, and they made me take that all throughout my trying to get pregnant. I had to take that all throughout before I got pregnant, and I had to take that all during my pregnancy. So if you're ever worried about stuff like that, then maybe it's worth going to a doctor. After having my daughter, we actually thought I had issues. I ended up going to the doctor, and because it'd been over a year that I was trying, so I went to the doctor. So many tests, they checked my blood, they did scans and all that kind of stuff. Basically come back to me and said that, oh, you have cyst and your cysts are popping and then they're coming back, but it's nothing to worry about. We see no reason why you shouldn't get pregnant. And my husband's seen that as like a huge relief. So yeah, basically try and load up on your vitamins, because vitamins do help. Especially if you're like lacking in like certain foods and stuff like that, it's always good to add more vitamins into your diet rather than leave them out. Another tip would basically to be check your ovulation. Now I know this doesn't work for everybody. I know checking your ovulation can kind of be a miss and a hit thing. But I checked my ovulation for so long and it didn't really help me. But then instead of me tracking it in a way as like taking, I went by how my stomach felt around that month. So at a certain time every month after a period, I would get like cramps in my stomach, and I'd get these different kind of pains, and that pain was my body basically saying, oh, you're ovulating. So I went by those signs instead. So when I felt that my body was cramping after a bleed, that's when I knew I was more fertile. And obviously I know this is not the same for everybody, but that's just my personal way. And honestly, tracking my ovulation that way instead of using the stick was so much more helpful. It was not as stressful for me, because then if I felt the pain, I'd get a positive ovulation stick. If I felt the pain and I knew I was ovulating, if I didn't feel the pain, then I knew not to worry. So testing your ovulation in different ways, that's like also a really good idea. Now, I know this is not going to sound pleasant to some people, and some people might think this is disgusting or off-putting, but I have a friend who told me that each time they got pregnant, they'd had intercourse like just after coming off a period. And I know that can sound disgusting to some people. After you've come off a period, you're most fertile, and what that means is because a man's sperm can live in the body for 3 to 5 days after ejaculation, that means when the woman's egg starts releasing, that sperm has more of a chance to like go into the egg as it's dropping. So that means you've got more chance of getting pregnant. Obviously this could work for anyone. My advice would be to try and have sex like after your period's finished, leave it for a day after, and then do it again, and then do it like that. So have a sex day, miss a day, have sex a day, miss a day. And then when you get to that ovulation period where you can start feeling your cramps, that's when you just do it constantly as much as you can. And hopefully that will give you, hopefully that will help you. I would also say, you know, clear your mind of any negativity or stress or anything like that, because obviously stress is just not going to help. It's gonna make things more difficult for you. So yeah, just relieve the stress and anxiety from your body. Go on walks with your family or your spouse or your partner. Do things together. Go to the park, feed the ducks. Do stuff like that, because honestly stuff like that really does help. These are the steps that I basically took to get pregnant with both of my children. I have my beautiful boy here, just little boy here, and he took a long time to come, but here he is, and we're so blessed to have him in our lives. And he's proof that not giving up, proof that not giving up and trying and just listening to your body, it really does help. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I really hope that this has helped somebody. So remember this: 1, stop thinking about sex as a chore. Just enjoy having time with your husband or your partner and just get the groove going. Don't think of it as a chore, basically. Don't see sex as a chore. Don't see sex as, oh, I have to get pregnant now. Make sex feel like a chore. So don't have sex and then think, I'm doing this to get pregnant. Oh, we're doing this to get pregnant. Stop thinking like that, because that's going to put stress on you. Load up on your vitamins and your minerals. Make sure you're taking your tablets. See a doctor. See if you can get prescribed folic acid. Struggling for a while to get pregnant, make sure you see the doctor. Please seek out tests, because the doctors are there to help you, and never let a doctor fob you off. Make sure you get regular exercise, even if it's a walk to the shops. A little bit of exercise will help. Trust me. Get out, have some exercise. It's just going to be good for the mind, body and spirit. And that's what you want. Release all the negativity out of your life, and stop panicking, because you will get pregnant and you will conceive. And if it doesn't happen straight away, don't give up. If it hasn't happened for so long, then I do advise to please go see a doctor, because that's what they're there for, right? And there's no harm in going to be checked out, even if everything is okay. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video, and I really hope it's helped somebody. Thank you. I'll see you in another video. Bye.